Assalamualaikum. My name is Shah, AMRIN Shah, and now I will talk about introduction. Alright. The first one is retirement planning is an essential process for ensuring financial independence and stability in the later stage of life. Second one, it is more than just saving money. It involves developing a true plan that strikes a balance through income, spending, investment, and desired lifestyle in order to ensure a worry-free and pleasant future. The third one is the time horizon is important in order on how they should save their money for retirement. The youth may focus on investment while the elderly may prioritize assets that generate income and stability. And the fourth one is retirement planning is not without its challenges. And there are a few things that it need to be avoided, such as depending too much on wealth for investment, underestimating healthcare expenditures, not reviewing and updating plans on a regular basis, and not setting clear goals. Okay, now we move to the objectives. The first one is provide financial stability as one's age. The second one is protect and diversify money. The third one is achieve peace of mind. The fourth one is maximize the use of government and employee benefits. And the last one is retirement planning goes well beyond just saving money. Okay, now we move to the case study. Our case study is about Mrs. Lim. Mrs. Lim is 50 years old and currently earns 10,000 per month and hopes to retire at age 60. Her target is to sustain 60% of her current income, equivalent to 6,000 per month and 72,000 annually. Her EPF balance of 300,000 is projected to grow to 900,000 by retirement, assuming consistent contribution and an annual return of 6.3%. She also holds 200,000 in fixed deposit, which may reach 270,000 in 10 years. She has medical coverage through her health insurance plan to rising premium in older age may threaten affordability. Her life insurance provides 200,000 in protection, about 600 monthly for two insurance plans that she took with life insurance for dependent protection and medical insurance for herself, which is modest but may be sufficient since her children are nearly financially independent. Okay, she also maintains an emergency fund of 60,000 equal to 6 months of income. However, she carries an outstanding mortgage of 150,000 with 4% interest per annum with 10 years remaining. Mrs. Lim household expense amount to RM 5,000 monthly and she allocates to additional 2,000 to support her children's university educations. She also takes advantage of available tax reliefs including EPF, which is pay 11% by employee and 12% by employer and Takaful contribution, medical insurance, and private retirement scheme (PRS) saving with 3,000 per year. Okay, now we move to current financial position. For Mr. Slim Asset, she has EPF savings, fixed deposit, retirement, and emergency fund, which total up to 960,000 ringgit. Okay, for her liabilities, it has mortgage loan outstanding and children education support, which she covers for 3 years, which total up to 222,000 ringgit. Okay, now we move to the income and expenses monthly. For income, we have retail shop profit, husband pension, and interest from fixed deposit. For expenses, we have household expenses, children education support, mortgage repayment, insurance premium, and entertainment. So we total the income which is 13,000 and the total of expenses which is 10,600 and then we got a surplus of positive 2,400.
For retirement goal, the retirement age for Muslim intends to retire at the age of 60, which she has 10 years left to strategically prepare for retirement. Her aim is to ensure sufficient resources to support her desired retirement lifestyle. And as for her planned contribution, she will continue consistent EPF contribution of 11% from her salary, 12% from her employer, and also maintain PRS contribution at 250 ringgit per month. Contribution will compound over the next decade, strengthening her retirement fund foundation. For assumption, the life expectancy for Ms. Lim would be at the age of 70 years old, giving her a 10-year horizon of retirement living. For inflation rate, the assumed rate would be 3%, which reflect the expected rise in the cost of living over the next decade. As for EPF growth, Ms. Lim current EPF balance is 300,000 ringgit is projected to grow to approximately 900,000 ringgit by the time she retires at the age of 60. This projection assumes a steady annual return of 3%. For the estimation of retirement fund needed, we use future value method, which the amount that we found is 170,900 ringgit. So the contribution and compounding growth can help Ms. Lim reach her retirement target. The annual requirement that we got is that the future monthly expense is 19,139 ringgit per month, and the future annual requirement based on our calculation is that the future annual expenses is 81,552 ringgit per year. So at the age of 60, Ms. Lim will need a total amount of 229,668 ringgit annually to maintain her current lifestyle. Total funds required to cover 10 years of retirement using expected investment return of 6.3%. Ms. Lim will require approximately 1.66 million ringgit at the point of retirement to sustain 10 years of her living expenses. Assuming her retirement funds can generate a return of 6.3% per year, since her life expectancy is only to 70, the amount will be sufficient and she will not face a financial shortfall. As for future value savings, the total EPF contributions are 2,300 per month. For PRS contribution, 250 per month, and total monthly retirement contribution is 10 years or 120 months. The total amount of projected future value and the future value of an ordinary annuity is 1,793,000 ringgit. Saving recommendation and investment strategies are as the following. The first one is diversification of retirement portfolio, which PRS, ETFs, and unit trusts for growth and risk spreading. The next one is adopt a dynamic asset allocation strategy, which are for growth-oriented equities before retirement and income generating after retirement. After that is increase monthly contribution, which is for maximizing voluntary EPF contribution and also increasing PRS contribution. The last one is regularly review and adjust retirement plan, such as annual reviewing, adjusting asset mix, and seeking financial advice.
Okay, now we move to the potential challenges. The first one is unexpected life event. Events like unexpected business shutdown, a recession, family problems, and health issues could happen to Mrs. Lim. If she's not financially prepared, these shocks could ruin her retirement plan. The second one is healthcare and medical costs. Some treatments are not completely covered, particularly those related to critical illness, long-term care, and specialized care. The possibility of Mrs. Lim needing additional medical care as she gets older might significantly reduce retirement funds. The third one is inflation. If retirement savings grows slower rate than inflation, then she will experience a decline in purchasing power. And the last one is business dependency. Although it's currently an asset, its future worth is questionable. The current worth of her business can be lost if sales drop or competition increase.
Now is contingency plan. First is inflation risk. Rising price reduce purchase power. Mr. Lim should invest in assets like equity, ETF or real estate that beat inflation. Second is longevity risk. She may live longer than expected. To prepare, she can save more by working longer or delaying retirement. Third is market volatility risk. Market downturn affect saving on growth. Diversifying into stock and bond or mutual fund can help. Fourth is healthcare costs. Medical expenses are rising quickly. Threatening health insurance and setting aside a health fund will be help. Lastly, debt and lifestyle risk. Debt in retirement can reduce cash flow. Mr. Lim should focus on paying off her mortgage before 58 and manage lifestyle expenses to prevent overspending. Now, let's look at 3 retirement scenarios for Mr. Lim. First is conservative scenario. With 5% annual return, her saving would grow about 1.5 million ringgit and it stay below her target. This could make it difficult for her to maintain her lifestyle, especially with inflation and medical costs. To overcome this, she would need to increase contribution, extend her working years, or cut back on unnecessary spending. And this scenario show the risk of relying mainly on low return investment only. Second scenario is the moderate scenario at 6.3% annual return. Her savings are projected to reach 1.79 million ringgit, which is meet her retirement goal. This balanced portfolio of equity, bond, and retirement scheme provides steady growth with manageable risk. However, the margin above her target is small, so careful budgeting and regular financial review are necessary to stay on track. And finally, the optimistic scenario. With 8% of return, her fund would grow to 2.2 million ringgit, giving her a comfortable surplus. This allows more flexibility for healthcare, lifestyle upgrade, or supporting her family. However, higher return come with greater volatility, so he must be more cautious and not rely only on this best case outcome when planning.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Shamil Arif bin Anas and I will present about tools and method use. We applied several tools to check Mrs. Lim retirement readiness. Cash flow and net worth analysis show her current position. Future value adjusted expenses for inflation while present value of annuity calculated the lump sum she needs. We projected her saving with future value of annuities and used scenario, sensitivity and stress test to see how her plan holds up under different conditions. This method gave us a realistic picture of her retirement outlook. Next is step-by-step action plan. Our action plan has 4 phases. Immediately, Mrs. Lim should fix her cash flow, upgrade her insurance and keep her emergency fund. In the short term, redirect RM2,000 a month from education expenses to retirement savings and mortgage payments. In the medium terms, diversify her portfolio, set up a health fund and review progress at year 5. Lastly, in the last stage, reduce risk, consider an annuity and finalize estate planning. This step-by-step plan secure both her short-term and long-term goals. And last one is insurance and estate planning. Insurance and estate planning protect both her wealth and family. She should strengthen medical and critical illness coverage and ensure life insurance covers her debt and dependents. For estate planning, she needs a will, update her beneficiaries for EPF, PRS and insurance and possibly a trust fund for her children. These steps safeguard her retirement corpse and ensure smooth asset transfer to her family. Thank you.
So next, I will continue on reflection and lesson learned. So from this case study, we learned that retirement planning must begin early to fully benefit from compound interest and long-term savings. Mrs. Lim's late start showed that delaying planning create pressure to save aggressively in a short time. We also realized that relying on one income source is risky, and diversification across EPF, PRS, investments, and business assets is necessary. Insurance and contingency planning are equally important to protect saving from inflation, medical costs, and longevity risks. Most importantly, retirement planning is not only about money but also about achieving independence, dignity, and peace of mind in later life. Next is future improvement. Future improvement to Mrs. Slim plan include increasing voluntary contribution to EPF and PRS once her children's education costs end, and relocating funds into higher yield investments like ETF, unit trust, and REITs. She should also strengthen her medical and critical illness coverage to protect against a rising healthcare costs. Another key improvement is conducting annual reviews of her retirement plan to adjust for inflation, market performance, or lifestyle change. Estate planning, such as preparing a will and updating beneficiaries, will also ensure smooth wealth transfer. Using financial technology tools like retirement calculator or robo advisor can further optimize her strategy. So, lastly, in conclusion, retirement planning is a lifelong process that requires saving, investing, risk management, and continuous review. Mrs. Lim case proved that even with a late start, retirement goals are achievable with discipline, and smart strategies. By reducing debt, diversifying investment, and safeguarding against risk, she can achieve financial independence. The key takeaway is clear. Start planning early, save consistently, and adapt plans regularly to ensure peace of mind and a dignified lifetime during retirement.